Hello there, everyone. We had a major power outage tonight in the borough of Manhattan. Thousands of people were affected by this, and I want to apologize if I couldn't cover it immediately because I was out at a free concert in Syosset tonight. And of course, I had prior commitments with my parents' friends, so I couldn't get out of it. So, couldn't cover it. But thanks to my other colleagues, they were all over it. Jason Anthony Pinero, Matt Camper, Passengers United even was involved. So thanks to Passengers Help, the CEO of the advocacy group, because he was involved with this tonight. He was actually covering it. And big thanks to Agenda Free TV. As soon as they were live, Steve Lookner, I of course gave out the Periscope link on my Twitter account. So thanks to him for covering this as well. He is an Andy's Randomness affiliate, so that's why I, of course, had to get him out immediately as soon as this was breaking, of course. And also, big shout out to WABC tonight. They started their 11 o'clock newscast an hour early. So, Sandra Bookman, Joe Torres, thank you very much for starting your newscast an hour early tonight. I heard that they started at 9:45, but they were on the air at 10 o'clock because I was able to keep an eye on the broadcast using my phone. And of course, the news, WCBS 880, 1010, I want to thank them for, being there for us tonight, covering this story. And the crazy thing is tonight, this is the same night the 1977 blackout happened. Now in that case, that was Mother Nature's fault. Lightning hit a transformer in Westchester. Thankfully, this wasn't Mother Nature's fault, but it did have something else to do with the mechanical issue on Con Ed's part, which we'll get into in just a second. But, crazy. 1977 and now in 2019. Go figure, 42 years apart. But anyhow, I just have a quick advisory from the NYPD. Very quickly, if you are in Manhattan and you need the ambulance or the fire department in Manhattan, you are asked to dial 911. They've been getting crazy phone calls tonight, so do not call 911 with a police issue in Manhattan tonight because they are just overwhelmed with dispatching to make sure that traffic lights can still work. Traffic lights are slowly coming back on, which is a good thing. We need them to work. Otherwise, you don't need unnecessary four-way stop intersections. But again, 911 in Manhattan specifically tonight should only be used for fire and ambulance only. Do not call them for any police issue, at least until tomorrow. Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, and Staten Island, this does not apply to you. So if you have an emergency and you need police, you can call 911 for that. But in Manhattan, the NYPD is asking, please only call if you need the fire department or an ambulance in case of a severe emergency where you need to get to a hospital or you need somebody to put out a fire. Now, as far as the power situation, if you have any issue, you are asked to call this number with Con Edison, 1-800-752-6633. Again, that's 1-800-752-6633. So that is, of course, 1-800-75-CON-ED. If I am correct, I'm pretty sure that's how they use their slogan, but this is the right phone number from the Con Edison website. If you do have any issues for the rest of the evening, power should be coming on by the time I'm done recording this video, hopefully. So let's get into it because this is just insanity. So what happened was, according to Con Edison, a manhole fire. So again, definitely mechanical. This happened on the Upper West Side. Caused extensive power outages across Manhattan earlier this evening, plunging subway stations, Broadway theaters, and skyscrapers in the heart of the Big Apple into darkness on, of course, the 42nd anniversary, nearly to the hour when the 1977 blackout happened. Officials said 42,000 people were without power at the height of the outage. I'll quickly mention, I was listening to 1010 Wins, and they had mentioned at one point that it was, I think, 70,000 were without. I don't know if this is true or not, but we'll just go with the New York Post report. The power went out around 7 o'clock, and outage originally confined to 30 blocks west of 5th Avenue between 72nd and 42nd Street. By 9 o'clock this evening, it spread south to 12th Street. The NYPD asked drivers to avoid the entire 60-block area west of 5th Avenue between 72nd and 12th Street. It took another hour for electricity for power to come back on. Times Square was thankfully coming back on at 10 o'clock. By shortly before 10 p.m., the traffic lights at Columbus Circle were back up. 80% of the people who lost power were back by 11 o'clock, according to New York City Council President Corey Johnson. Alright, so this is what Speaker Johnson said. The Office of Emergency Management, which is OEM, told him that 7th Avenue, 12th Avenue, 42nd and 31st Street is the last grid that is out. So that is some decent news, but at least hopefully by now the power should be coming back. At the outage's height, traffic lights were out up and down the avenues, and apartment residents found themselves trapped in their elevators. Also, Times Square billboards you see here. This is one of the billboards, and in fact, wow, one of the main billboards went out. This is from Twitter user @SadHeat0. Wow, I have never seen Times Square like this. Never. That is just incredible. And reports came in that Madison Square Garden fell dark in the midst of a Jennifer Lopez concert. So that's crazy. People paid good money to see Jennifer Lopez perform tonight, and MSG had no power. That is just crazy. Now, of course, there was issues on the subways, ripple effects in other boroughs. And we're not even going to get into de Blasio because that's a separate story. And look at this. The mayor was campaigning tonight. He was playing president. What else is new? He took the first plane back to New York. That is just insanity. Alright, so FDNY tried to confirm that there was a fire at 64th Street and West End Avenue, but couldn't immediately say where the source of the outage was. Which is, again, crazy. So I retweeted this one out. Airline Flyer tweeted, Jason Rabinowitz. Pigeon Transit users reporting that NYCT subways passengers self-evacuating, which is incredibly dangerous because third rail power is on. This was at the Fulton Street station along the A line, according to this user. Yes, this was the A train station at Fulton Street. So again, people just being stupid, you know? I understand there's a subway station down there, and I get that. But again, it's not safe. You're not supposed to do that. You're not an MTA employee, so I don't know what these people were thinking. Again, if I was on a subway, I would not even be doing that. I wouldn't be, no. Rockefeller Center had no power. And Citizen App confirmed that there was a stuck F train between 4750th Rockefeller Plaza and 57th Street that was making its run back to Queens. Yep. This was at 59th Street, Columbus Circle by Elizabeth B95. 7th Avenue, 53rd Street E-Train platform. Helena D2 tweeted this picture. No electricity. And of course, everybody was going to see a Broadway show tonight. Most people were. And they got disappointed. And thankfully, tickets are going to be refunded for tonight's Harry Potter performance. So that is decent news, I guess. And crazily enough, this was when the 1977 blackout was taking place. And thankfully, you know, we didn't have a situation like 1977. And I'll quickly mention there have been no confirmed reports of looting, so that is some good news. Once again, no confirmed reports of looting at this hour. Literally, when I was on the way home, I was wondering when I was listening to the radio, you know, was there any looting? And thankfully, nobody reported that there was looting. So that was good news that no looting was reported in this blackout, at least. So let's take a look at some Citizen app pictures. Look at this. Somebody was on the ferry. I think that's the World Trade Center. The World Trade Center had no power. Wow. So I bet the WTC train station had no power either. I would have wondered what would have happened down there. Okay, I can't get any other videos at the moment. I do apologize. I can't get any videos, then, you know, nothing I can do. Okay, here we go. So here are people. I don't know where this is, but yeah, people trying to get south, which is again pure insanity. If I keep refreshing this, it'll probably just let me load the pictures. Hopefully. I mean, I'm hoping it will. Because again, you have so many people trying to load this up. I mean, it's crazy. If I can't get anything, do apologize. Once again, the server's probably just acting up this evening. Let's see if I can play it. Okay, I can't play that one. Also, again, Citizen app can go crazy when too many people are just trying to use it. So let's see what we got right now. Alright, so thankfully the police are going around to see if the subway stations are back online. Wait a minute, folks. I believe this is the mall at Columbus Circle. Wow. There was no power at the mall at Columbus Circle. I definitely could tell that was the mall at Columbus Circle. So I've been in there so many times. I literally know the layout of the mall. Yep, here's another street in Manhattan. No traffic lights. That traffic light was working though. That's a little bit funny. How does that happen? Yeah, these videos are going to take a while to load up, so if I can't load them immediately, I do apologize. You're going to have to bear with me. Okay, here is the theater district. I can tell this is the theater district. Yep. That's not a good situation. Especially how it gets packed in the theater district. Okay, I don't really want to know what's going on anymore with the Citizen app thing, so we'll just get out of that. The governor issued a statement. He just had a press conference about 30 minutes ago. I'm recording this at 12:10 a.m. the next day, but this is important. I get this information out to you. The governor directed State Police, MTA, and Public Service Commission to deploy personnel and resources to aggressively respond to this incident. So again, crazy insanity. Alright, so thankfully no people were trapped in MTA elevators and no reports of injuries. There was no subway service at the time on the A, C, D, F, and M lines. I also mentioned that the 2, 3, 4, and 5 lines had to run local tonight to accommodate customers. I know for a fact that no trains were stopping at Columbus Circle, 59th Street for a period of time this evening. So again, just insanity. Just insanity. You know, I'll retweet this so that way it's a verified account. MSNBC. I know I don't like to tweet cable news out, but this is important. And guess what? DeBozo tonight was in Iowa, too busy playing president. Guess where he was? Auto Workers Union Hall in Waterloo, Iowa. So again, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, if I was the mayor and I was attending this Disco Unlimited thing tonight, that's where I was seeing. I would have said, you know what? Get me to Manhattan right now. I have to know what's going on. Literally, I would be asking the Nassau County Police to get me an escort if I was the mayor. That's what I would have been doing. I don't even want to read what Cuomo said. I don't even want to read it. That's how crazy he is. Mayor Corey has been up to everything tonight. Corey in de facto's mayor tonight, so Corey Johnson had to handle the situation when de Blasio was gone. You can't make this stuff up. You just can't. Now let's just take a look at the Con Edison map. I don't know what's up with the Con Edison map. What's going on? I had Con Edison outage map, but I don't know where it went. I do apologize. If I could pull it up. Here we go. So now we can pull up the latest Con Edison outage map. So we'll see the situation in Manhattan and see what Power Outage US is also saying. So let's take a look at Manhattan right now. So we're going to go into Manhattan and see what's going on at the moment. It looks like at the moment, most customers affected are now in Hell's Kitchen. Okay. Okay. So looks like at the moment the number is going down. That's excellent. As of 12:04 a.m., this is the latest numbers. So that is very good news. Very good news. So they are looking into it. Let's just take a look. Okay, here's what we got right now. 682 customers without power by 57th Street, by Lincoln Square right now. 224. Alright, so we'll add those numbers up right now so I can get you a accurate number. So I'll just pull up the calculator. So that's 682 plus 224. So I will get the number at the moment. So the accurate number of customers is 908 customers. That's excellent. Con Edison's doing a good job right now getting the last of the few customers out. So once again, we'll just take a look at the map right now. Get a look at the number. Okay, this is interesting. They're saying 10,000 are without power in Manhattan. Okay, I don't know if that's an accurate number, but that number should be going down at the moment. Yeah, it says 10,000 are without right now. That's probably the whole city. I'm just fascinated by Manhattan, because Manhattan has less than 1,000, so that's pretty good. So very quickly, let's just check the rails. And again, I don't know when the situation's going to get rectified this evening. Yeah, take a look. Alright, so here are the updates right now. 1, 2, and 3 trains are running local between 96th Street and Chambers Street. And again, trains are bypassing Columbus Circle. So I'm going to urge you right now, if you can get to 72nd Street, just walk to Columbus. That's the best alternative I would recommend right now. Or even get to 66th Street. 66th Street's the better alternative. 4, 5, and 6 trains are running local on the Lexington Avenue line between 125th Street and Brooklyn Bridge City Hall. No 7 trains going to Hudson Yards. Once again, no 7s going to Hudson Yards. There's no A train between 168th Street and Chambers. The A trains is running in 2 sections between 205th Norway to 161st Street Yankee Stadium and 42nd Street to Coney Island Stillwell Avenue. E trains are running local on the R line between 36th Street and Whitehall Street where they end. F trains are running on the R line from 36th Street Queens to J Street Metrotech, and some F trains are running on the G between 36th Street Queens and Bergen Street in Brooklyn. There is no M service between 2nd Avenue, 96th Street and Delonte Essex Street in Brooklyn. N, Q, and R trains are up and running but are making all local stops on Broadway in Manhattan. F trains are also running local on Broadway. Parts are suspended. Quickly, let's just check the other rail systems right now. We'll even check on NJT and PATH. as long as Long Island Railroad and Metro North. So let's just get to Metro North first, simplify it. All three lines, Harlem, Hudson, and New Haven, running with no problems into and out of Grand Central Terminal. Long Island Railroad, good news is no services impacted into and out of Penn Station. So it looks like the power to the East River tunnels are not affected, and especially where Hayward Interlocking is in Queens. So that's good news on that front. Let's also, again, I mentioned this, we'll check NJT. So let's just take a look at New Jersey Transit, see how they are doing. Also, I'll mention buses. Not the way to go tonight. Not the way to go. Commuter rail is the best thing to do right now. Okay, we have alerts. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here's what we know from New Jersey Transit. New Jersey Transit is saying on the main line, on the main Bergen line, New Jersey Transit trail tickets and passes are being cross-honored on path at Newark Penn, Hoboken, and 33rd Street due to the Con Edison outage. Also, buses are cross-honoring in New Jersey. I'll quickly mention, let's take a look and see if the Port Authority has power. Port Authority bus terminal, let's get an update. Alright, so the good news is as of 12:06 a.m., an update was partial power is coming back at the Port Authority bus terminal. So again, thankfully, no buses into and out of Port Authority should be affected right now. So what I'll do is I will just get rid of this, organize my stuff, rid of some of the tabs. So very quickly, let's just take a look at PATH Train's Twitter. Be easier to go that way. As of 45 minutes ago, PATH Train into and out of New York is not affected. So again, NJT is not operating rail service right now at Penn Station. Once again, New Jersey Transit is not operating service. So again, please take the bus, take PATH, even take the ferry if you need service into and out of New York right now, between New York and New Jersey. Also, I quickly want to mention something very important before I wrap this up. Another alternative, if you don't want to deal with buses, is to just walk. You have the Williamsburg Bridge, the Manhattan Bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge, the Queensboro Bridge. Those are your alternatives. Don't even think about taking the tram tonight to Roosevelt Island, because that's not going to get you anywhere. I also mentioned that if you want to risk it, the George Washington Bridge does have a walkway. So if you need to get to New Jersey that way for any crazy reason, you could do that. Also, I'll mention, if you need service to Staten Island Ferry is not impacted by this. So if you need service to Staten Island, you can get Staten Island. If you need to connect with Staten Island Bus or Staten Island Railway, that shouldn't be an issue. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you all for watching. Please, if you're in Manhattan, please put your well-being first. That's the main thing. Once again, I'll mention, only call 911 if you need ambulance or fire department in Manhattan tonight. And again, Con Edison, 1-800-752-6633. To the next one, please take care.